The New Life Evangelistic Center was founded by Larry and Penny Rice
45 years
ago in 1972.
The ministry began in a tiny 50-foot trailer in an economically struggling North St. Louis community called Wellston, Missouri. The early days of New Life Evangelistic Center were dedicated to Christian hospitality towards strangers in need of housing and spiritual refuge. The NLEC community consisted of a small number of young people dedicated to living a life among the poor in the St. Louis area. During this time in the 1970s, St. Louis and its surrounding areas were experiencing high rates of poverty and mass population decline, as wealthier families and businesses were abandoning the city for life and work in the suburbs. New Life Evangelistic Center began working in some of the poorest and desolate communities in the St. Louis area, committed to caring for people who were experiencing profound poverty. NLEC began with the hand delivery of Christian tracts and a dial-a-message recording as their first means of mass communication in St. Louis. The staff of NLEC soon realized that it was a homeless population that was in desperate need of services and housing. They began taking in people for shelter and soon realized they would need a bigger building in order to help the large number in need of services. In 1975, NLEC acquired the old YWCA Central building located at 1411 Locust Street in downtown St. Louis. The large 5-story Italianate building became the main headquarters for New Life Evangelistic Center and allowed the ministry to serve hundreds of people daily. In 1982, the New Life Evangelistic Center began surveying the need for an independent Christian television station, and that same year KNLC Channel 24 went on the air throughout the St. Louis area. Since its first day of broadcast, KNLC Channel 24 has provided a Christian voice in the St. Louis area, while also providing a conduit for those experiencing poverty and homelessness to share their stories, hopes, and dreams so they will not be forgotten.
This year, the New Life Evangelistic Center is celebrating
45 years of service.
As NLEC enters its 45th year of service, it will continue its mission to provide Christian hospitality and respect for life through the services of food, clothing, shelter, advocacy, education, job training, and physical, mental, and spiritual health care to the poor and homeless in our local and global communities.
Above all, we are motivated by the love of God to provide continuing support and advancement to the poor and homeless in our communities.
As we celebrate this 45th year of service and we look forward into the future, we want to say thank you to all our supporters over these years.
It is because of your kindness and compassion that we are able to help people each day.
In recent years, we've seen the need for direct assistance grow exponentially, as other homeless service programs that receive government funding made cuts in direct assistance of shelter. NLEC's outreach increased. In 2008, NLEC applied for and was granted a federal building in Springfield, Missouri at 806 North Jefferson under the McKinney-Vento Homeless Assistance Act regarding surplus properties. It now serves hundreds of people daily as the region's only daytime drop-in shelter. People can access showers, storage, hygiene supplies, clothing, and food every day. Computers are available for job and housing searches. Many people are able to come inside and rest in a safe and hospitable atmosphere. NLEC has worked to educate the community on the needs of people experiencing homelessness, including the rights of those who sleep outside or in tents. In 2012, while the city had claimed to house and shelter any who slept in tents, NLEC opened Integrity Village in the Botanical Heights neighborhood at Highway 44 in Vandevetter. The city evicted all in the camp and condemned the vacant lot it was on. Larry Rice and other NLEC community members were arrested and taken to jail. Afterwards, NLEC gained the right to use the grounds to demonstrate for the homeless. NLEC sponsored a march from St. Louis to Jefferson City in 2013, as it had done in the 1980s, speaking out for a homeless Bill of Rights in Missouri. Participants came from as far away as California to walk day and night alongside people who were homeless. They shared their meals and slept in church gyms and campgrounds along the way. In spite of neighborhood opposition in downtown, and an order from the Board of Public Service of the City of St. Louis declaring NLEC's 1411 Locust Street location a detriment to the neighborhood, by the grace of God, this faith-based ministry to thousands of poor people has continued. NLEC took the city to federal court and was granted a temporary restraining order to continue sheltering the homeless. With the possibility that NLEC may receive a new permit from the city to operate, the case was dismissed and NLEC is still pursuing the necessary permits. This process has caused the city and county to provide additional emergency shelter beds, but availability is still limited. NLEC continues to advocate for each municipality in the region to do its own part to see that homeless people are cared for. The Overland Outreach and Renewable Energy Center opened at 2428 Woodson Road because of thousands of hours of labor from many volunteers who helped renovate the building over a 5-year period. NLEC moved its administrative headquarters into this new facility. Dr. Eric Albert has committed to using many of the offices in this large building for dentistry, offering free dental work to those who cannot otherwise afford it. Because of your prayers and support, NLEC has withstood strong opposition, faced incredible financial obstacles, and seen hundreds of men, women, and children experience the life-changing power of the gospel to set free prisoners, bind up the brokenhearted, and set the oppressed free. We strive to be there day and night, answering the phone in person, answering any questions, offering prayer, and simply sharing the love of Christ from the heart. We are humbly grateful for the opportunity to improve our service to His glory, one day at a time.
NLEC continued to expand services in southwest Missouri at the Veterans Coming Home Center as other daytime services in the area closed. An average day can see up to 200 people come in for food, clothing, showers, computer use, and storage. In St. Louis, the battle continues for the right to shelter at 1411 Locust Street. Neighbors chose to sue NLEC, claiming that we have caused economic harm to their businesses. In our defense, we can show that our services actually serve to strengthen the community and help our guests transition back into housing. With bills growing and fewer donations coming in, we've continued to step out in faith. The daytime drop-in services in St. Louis provide a safe haven from the streets during the day for women and children. Food, clothing, showers, and counseling help transition women and families from hopelessness to hope. In New Bloomfield, Marshfield, Potosi, Van Buren, Springfield, and Joplin, our training centers teach valuable on-the-job training in animal husbandry, renewable energy, shelter management, biblical studies, and broadcasting.